surprisingly, and, I had a lot, like I said, I had a great staff up at.
Is that a bird?
I don't know what that is. We're all looking up at it right now.
Oh, my Lord. If anyone can see, a bird just flew into this into this
I don't know if it was a bird, but it's something.
That's lovely. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is the Echols Unlimited podcast. I'm your host, Terrence Echols, and today I have the special privilege of talking to one of my very good friends. His name is Vincenzo Digristina. Vincenzo, how are you doing today?
Terrence, I am doing great. It's amazing to be here. Finally got this done.
I know, man.
It's been a while.
We have. It has been a while.
It's been going like an ongoing idea for like a year.
Right. No. This has been an ongoing idea since I started my podcast. Okay. Summer, my sophomore year of college. Okay. Yeah. So we've been trying to get you on for a minute. Glad I finally got you on. You're the chef to the stars, man. You run a booming business.
We try. We really try.
Exactly, man. Like, what don't you do, Chenz? So let's get right into it. Let's talk about who you are as a person, what your career is like. And for those who don't know, Vincenzo is a chef. He went to culinary school, and he works in his family business. So let's first talk about your experience with food growing up.
Oh, my God. I think I started in the kitchen like 12 years old. I grew up in the restaurant business. I started out, we had to put up pizza boxes, those tomato cases, and whatever boxes we could find, just so I'd be able to stand on top of them and basically reach above the counter. And that's how it started. Right. And I was tossing pizza at 12 years old.
Amazing.
On a Friday night, just going crazy. My dad pulled us out of school sometimes
to go and work.
To go work on the farm. We'd go and plant. I'm being so serious when I tell you that. We would be in, elementary school, middle school, get a call from the teacher, got to come down. Your dad's here to pick you up. Come down there. We're like, what's going on? He goes, we got corn to farm. I go, are you serious? He goes, yeah, I need help. I don't have help. I need help. So we'd get on the tractors, and we'd start going. And that was honestly the start of it. I worked all the time with my dad growing up. I, tossed pizzas. I was washing dishes. I was waiting on people, checking people out, answering the phones. At 12 years old, I was doing all of this. It's insane.
My goodness, man. And, no, that's amazing.
Oh, it's crazy.
And so you weren't just like... People say, oh, I cooked when I was 12 years old. You made cereal. I made Hot Pockets when I was 12 years old.
I bet those Hot Pockets were really good.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate that. I thought they were too. I mean, if those who are here remember, I was pretty overweight, as a young child. So those Hot Pockets definitely...
Those Hot Pockets got you.
Yeah, no, those Hot Pockets tasted great, I guarantee it. Pop-Tarts, I used to do
pizza rolls?
I didn't do pizza rolls,
really?
man.
Oh,
I did Eggo waffles. Eggo waffles, I did those too. But yeah, I killed it in the kitchen, heating stuff up and putting milk in a cereal bowl. But, you're out here, tossing pizza, working on the farm, like literally.
Terrence, I had a rubber pizza dough that I would practice with.
No way.
Pizza spinning, yes. I still have it. It's at my house now. My dad brought it back from an expo show in, I think, Vegas. Started teaching myself, watched videos. I would carry this thing around. If we did events,
right.
Because we did Festa Italiano. It's a weekend event in Syracuse that we do. We've been doing it for years. We started with having a booth. Then we grew into what we have now with the food truck. I'd stand out on a Friday, Saturday night, line going all the way down. I'd get into the middle of the crowd and just start tossing pizza dough.
No.
That was my show. That was my act for everybody.
Oh, my gosh. That's
how it went.
Oh, that's amazing. So I bet you can do, like, a lot of really good tricks now, can't you, Chenz?
I've tried everything from under the legs, behind the back. I remember one time I tried from the ground, spinning and getting up on top.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I tried it all. Everything I've watched, I tried.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I love that, man. And I know that, food is part of you. It's part of who you are. I first became introduced to that. I don't know if you remember 8th grade math class. You brought in some pizza one time.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I was ecstatic for that. The boys were hyped.
Terrence has been with me through years of cooking. Terrence,
years, man. I'm your biggest fan.
Terrence, we 2 minutes down the road from each other at school.
Absolutely. So I was just about to get into that.
Please.
For those who know, I go to Marist College. In Vincenzo, for the first 2 years of college, we were in the same graduating class in high school, but we were 2 minutes away from each other in college, which was pretty cool.
It was amazing. I could walk
right
to Terrence's house.
Right. So for those who don't know, Marist is 2 minutes away from the Culinary Institute of America. It's located in Hyde Park, New York. Marist is in Poughkeepsie, New York. Poughkeepsie and Hyde Park are very close together.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. So talk to me a little bit about your experience at the CIA. Like, what went into your application process? Like, what made you decide, I want to go to the CIA?
Yeah, I mean, I've known for a while that I wanted to go to the CIA. I remember, you remember 8th grade? Remember how we did career day in one of the classes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, CIA was on my career. Yup.
No way.
Yeah. So, I had a couple schools in mind, and Culinary Institute did a 2-week application process where they take it, look at it really quickly, and they can get back to you. So I was like, I'm gonna try that, see where that leads. If I get in, amazing. If I don't, obviously I'll just keep looking at other schools. And I got in, and it was incredible. I loved every second of it. The application process, it's very similar to any other college. You got to write essays. You got to have, people write about you, for reference.
Did you submit a portfolio of just did you submit food? Did you send food in the mail?
I did not. No. They wouldn't allow me to sell pizza through the mail to them.
Okay. Yeah,
no,
that makes sense.
But no, yeah. So you had to do all that. And, obviously they review it and everything like that. But, yeah, they got back to me very quickly. And just like that, I was accepted. And, it worked out really well. Like, one of my best friends from, I grew up in Utica. One of my best friends from Utica, she ended up going as well. So we spent college there together. The classes are different. They are very different from a regular college.
Okay, so let's talk about the classes. I know you talked to me a lot. We were freshmen, sophomores in college, and you, the sort of the deal with alcohol when you're a freshman, sophomore in college is very strange, because
you don't know what you're getting into yet.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So you were trying to explain to me, the severity of getting caught. Like, if you get caught with alcohol as a freshman, sophomore at a college like Marist or say another regular 4-year school, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But at the CIA, you were explaining to me, you couldn't partake in anything. You didn't partake in anything. That was just super strict because you were allowed to eat, you were allowed to cook with it, right?
Yeah. So with going to a culinary school, obviously because of the age of students, and you're working with, you're taking wines classes, you're getting involved completely with wines, beers, liqueurs, all that kind of stuff. That goes, CIA, Culinary Institute of America, has a whole partnership with the state that basically allows us to do this, allows us to partake in these wine classes, partake in all these classes. So obviously it is a little strict, drinking wise, so is it stricter than other colleges? 100%. Did we still partake in that? You have to.
Don't incriminate yourself, Vinny. You have to. I feel that. I think you're past the statute of limitations now. I mean, for Culinary Institute,
basically
drinking rules. Who cares? You're of age now. We're all of age.
Wines class was the hardest class I took at CIA.
No way.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. And what made it hard? What made the wines class the hardest?
So the classes they're not semester long.
Okay.
They're 3 weeks.
Oh. Okay.
3 weeks and you're gone.
Fast.
So, they're opening it up and they're moving quickly, and you got to learn wines all the way. California, wines in Italy, wines in Spain, wines in France. All along the U.S. here. You got to know the regions. You got to know the type of the grape. You got to know, how it originated. You got to know the laws of the wine in each, and it's all different. Each wine is different. Each label is different. You know, we got to study everything on the bottle. You know, what years, you know, old wine versus new.
Dang.
You know, it's definitely a hard class, and they move quick. So, you know, you got to be prepared. And did that mean I, you know, did some overnight studying? Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Oh,
I did a lot of that.
A lot of
it was unbelievable.
Studying for a wine class.
No, yeah.
How does that go? That can't go well.
Never went well.
Oh, no.
But we got through it. You know, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the toughest classes. And then, you know, your other classes range from, you know, you know, when you start off at the CIA, you're taking regular classes, you're taking college writing, you're taking math classes and all that stuff. However, the math classes aren't, you know, like Maris.
Oh, yeah. Not like...
Math classes are like, you know, you're running your own restaurant. How do you calculate your cost for everything? How do you, you know, figure out, you know, how much it takes to make chicken riggies, Utica Greens, you know, how much it takes to make all those different, and you got to cost affect it based on that, based on your front of house alcohol sales too. It's basically like you're running your own restaurant. And then so you take
Amazing.
classes like that, you take classes like nutrition, you know, surf safe, all that kind of stuff, making sure you can actually, you know, work in a kitchen and know everything about, you know, diseases, temperatures, all that.
My gosh.
And then you take other classes. You know, my first year I took, you know, fundamentals in the kitchen. And that's everything from holding a knife to, you know, cooking a certain way and everything. So, you know, that's mostly first of the year kind of classes. Then you go to, you know, you move your way up. And then after first year, you go on what's called an externship.
Yes.
You go wherever you want.
Yep.
You know, you work there all the summer.
Right. I remember you telling me about this process, these externships. That was a strange sort of situation for you because you were working in downtown Manhattan for years, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Soho area, yeah.
Yeah. So you're in, what? You're probably 18. Yeah, you're 18 years old
over the summer.
Exactly.
Living and working in New York City.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about that experience.
Jeez, man. New York City, it was a great experience.
Okay.
You know, I learned a lot, and, you know, obviously some people really like the city, some people don't. Obviously, I was 18, 19 years old working in a busy restaurant in New York City. It gets tough. You know, you learn a lot, you get yelled at, you know, that's part of the business you're in. That's how it goes. But it's humbling. You know, I learned, you know, there was bad moments, there was good moments. You know, I learned a lot coming out of there. I learned how, you know, moving quicker in a restaurant, getting, you know, preparations done for dinners, you know, learning how to have a thicker skin, you know, taking it and being able to keep going on it. You know, you learn a lot. So, you know, you take all those experiences you have and you just learn from them.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't imagine. You know, I have a tough time navigating the city now, and I've been going to school that's an hour and a half away from the city for 4 years now. And, I can't imagine just being thrown right into that after just 1 year down there. So
it's crazy. You know, they give you 1 year and they say, all right, now it's time to, basically what they say is it's time to get into the real world and actually make sure you want to get into this business.
Right.
You know, and a lot of people, they realize over that externship, you know, oh my God, I don't think the restaurant business is for me, or, you know, I want to pursue something different.
Yeah.
You know, and for other people, it drives them more. They want to do it more. They want to be involved. You know, some people figure out that's where they want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you figure out during your time?
I figured out a lot. Would I live in the city permanently? No.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I couldn't. I'm not a
that.
city guy. However, you know, it taught me a lot.
Yep.
It taught me a lot about, you know, the places I want to be in. You know, it taught me a lot about the food I kind of want to pursue.
Yeah.
You know, and it taught me how to work in a restaurant in New York City and really face all those challenges that come.
Absolutely.
You know, and then you go back to culinary school your second year and you do classes like, you know, Mediterranean, cuisines of Asia, cuisines of the Americans, and you learn about all those regions. And
I would have
what they
loved to
made.
do some taste testing for some of those classes. The
Terrence,
Mediterranean.
you're about 2 minutes away. I never saw you ever doing anything.
I know,
it's
man.
Unbelievable about that.
One of my biggest regrets in college, and I don't have many, which is surprising. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I don't have many regrets in college, but one of my biggest regrets is not taking advantage of the fact that I had a friend down the road at the Culinary Institute of America, while I'm over here eating dining hall, dorm room, microwaved food.
Your dining hall was
day.
completely different from my dining hall.
Right, I took you there one time. Remember?
Yeah, you did. You
exactly.
did. That was hysterical.
Right.
And then we'd be going out to pizzerias instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the local pizzerias, Giacomo's, we'd go
Right.
to Cosimo's, we'd go to...
Yeah, we'd order food. We'd order food, and you're going to the Culinary Institute. I'm like, Chenz, you want to go to, like, TGI Fridays?
And we did go to TGI's Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
We enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, the half-off appetizers, bro.
It's a deal. It is a deal.
We were eating chicken wings, man. You know,
Wings,
if anyone knows me, I love a good chicken wing, and that was the best. Oh, my
Terrence,
God.
you have a favorite, though.
Okay,
You have a favorite.
let's get into this. Okay. My favorite chicken wing of all time, and I will not take any other suggestions. I won't hear anyone out. Is the everything chicken wings from It's a Utica thing, you know?
They are.
You know,
I got a lot of people onto those
Right.
wings, Terrence. A
Yeah.
lot of people are in this room.
Yep.
That love these wings
Right.
now.
Yep. We got the studio audience here today. Shout out to
Yeah, we
them.
do.
Shout out to the Churkos and Bennett for letting us record this in his sunroom. But yeah, no, everyone knows about the everything chicken wings over at It's a Utica thing, and Utica Pizza Company,
Yep.
Charlie's Pizza, whatever you want to call it. Like, you guys have many names.
We do. I grew up in Utica, and we started there, our restaurants. So we started with Charlie's Pizza, and those have been running, years.
Right.
And, when we moved out to Syracuse, we created, Utica Pizza Company out in North Syracuse in Maine's Plaza. And, that was running great. And then all of a sudden, It's a Utica thing came along.
Right.
The food truck, the sauce business.
Yep.
And
The
now
sauce.
it's all one. It's all one now.
Right. No, and it's amazing, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, about how that's taken off and how got some big moves coming on, and what's going on with this company, and I'm their biggest fan for sure.
Terrence is a big supporter.
Right.
I get a text from every week. Where's the food truck at today?
Where's the food? Yeah.
When am I coming? I said, Terrence, we're here. And he goes, all right, I'm on my way.
Yeah, where am I showing up,
and immediately, everything wings go into the oven. Terrence gets there, and they're ready for him.
Exactly. And, let's continue on to
talk about the everything wings all day.
Yeah, we could go on that all day. I could talk about how much I love them for hours. But let's continue on the track of the CIA.
Yeah.
Well, my first question would be, what was your favorite class at the CIA?
Wow. My favorite class. Out of everything, so your last two classes you take are in the restaurants.
Yep.
So you learn to work in the restaurants that the public goes to on campus. So you run the front of the house and the back of the house.
And those are some high-profile restaurants. Like,
Yeah.
I have friends who I just graduated from Marist, right?
Yes.
I have friends who are still waiting on their reservations for the restaurants over at the CIA. So, those are some high-profile restaurants.
They are. They really are. And, I can't say one bad thing about them. They are all amazing. They run great. You only got to pick two. So, I picked the Italian one, and then I picked the French restaurant as well. And I have to say, the Italian restaurant had to be one of my favorite classes. It is my favorite class.
Awesome.
I had great professors there. They taught me a lot. They got me a lot of opportunities after school that, I can't thank them enough for.
Right. That's amazing, man. And, I bet it was really not much of a change for you to work in an Italian restaurant after growing up in the Italian restaurant business to be an Italian American yourself. And so what else? You stayed at the CIA for 2 years.
Yeah, just
right?
2 years. It is a 4-year school, but I just went for 2 years.
Yeah, so you got your culinary degree, but I know there's another degree that other students can pursue and do the full 4 years.
Yeah.
So what went into that decision?
You know, it was a tough decision because at first I did want to go for the 4 years. I had it all planned out. And because of, you know, my family's business and everything like that, you know, the next 2 years you can either go to like a business management, you can go into food science. There's one more and I can't think of it. But obviously I wanted to go into business management. And, you know, I thought about it a lot. However, because, like I said, because of my family owning restaurants and, you know, knowing how to run them, I thought it'd be best for me to maybe, you know, just do the 2 years for now, see how things go. If I need to go back for a business management 2-year degree, you know, there's a lot of good local schools around here that I could pursue that way. You know, but as of right now, I wanted to get out into the field, get experience going, you know, learn as much as I can, and then make that decision later on.
Right. No, and I definitely think you made the right decision.
I hope so. I really hope so.
At this point. You know, I would have loved to have you down there for another 2 years, but, you know.
I know you would. I come visit a lot.
Right, exactly. So I look forward to seeing you this year a few times. You know, you always have a place to stay.
Appreciate that.
Of course. And so you did the 2 years at the CIA.
Yep.
And then you land a pretty great opportunity, you know? And
I really did.
For someone who grows up in the Italian restaurant business, who's someone who's a proud Italian American, you know, loves Italian food, after you graduated from the CIA, where did you end up, Chenz? Talk to me about that.
I will. So, like I said, the Italian restaurant on campus, one of my professors there actually had the same name as me, Vincenzo. He was in great contact with a cooking school in Italy. It is called Toscana Saporita, and you know he sent me out there that fall after I graduated. I stayed there for 3 months. I was one of the instructors at the school, so we had people coming in from all over the place. You know, a lot of people actually from the States. Then there were some I met, you know, from Germany, from Ireland that would come over to do these cooking classes. And they run such a great staff there. I can't, you know, all these people are amazing. My boss, Sandra, her son, Alessio, and then we had another great staff. You know, all these people I still keep in contact with, friends, Keith, Chris, Ted, all of those guys. I had the pleasure of working alongside with a couple people that went to school with me, Ricky and Giovanni, that, you know, it was a great group. So we would do, you know, they would stay for a week long, and we would do cooking lessons all throughout the day. You know, everything from homemade pastas to porchettas to homemade pizza doughs. We would have the wood fire oven that we would have to, you know, go out, grab all the wood, make the fire, get that going like 2 hours before dinner. And then we start making the pizzas. And, you know, let me tell you, it's a whole different experience going out there than anything, you know. And I can't, you know, I hope I go back. Right. I hope I get the chance to go back to Italy. I know everything's a little weird going on, but, you know, I would go back. I'd go back in a heartbeat. I'd go back in a heartbeat there, Yeah,
that was perfect timing, too, amazing right people. Before.
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, the connections I made with them will last forever. And I'm still in touch to every single person to this day, honestly.
Amazing, man. And so let's just continue along the timeline here. And I know that after you did the thing in Italy, you know, I think that's when COVID hit, right?
No, well, kinda. So I finished Italy right before Thanksgiving, and COVID didn't hit until...
like March. Okay. So you had that little time in between there.
I had that little time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, surprisingly, and, you know, I had a lot, like I said, I had a great staff up at...
Is that a bird?
I don't know what that is. We're all looking up at it right now.
Oh, my Lord. If anyone could see, a bird just flew into this.
I don't know if it was a bird, but it's something.
That's lovely. So we have a friend for the rest of this podcast.
We do. He's joining us. But yeah, no, like I said, the school in Italy, I had a lot of great staff there. One of them, his name is Chris Cavelli. You know, I had the chance to, get to know him really well when I was in Italy. And when I went back, obviously I worked for my family through the holidays and stuff like that. But, after the seasons, after the holidays and everything like that, I didn't have much going on. I was kind of at a standstill. And, I was still in touch with everyone from Italy, including Chris. And, he has a great restaurant down in Sarasota. Yep. It's a beautiful place, rooftop bar and everything. They're doing great things there. And he gave me the opportunity to come down and work for him there.
Amazing.
And it was a little weird because, I worked from February to end of March. Yep. And then we all shut down because of COVID.
Right.
So I went back, did the whole thing with the food truck and everything in the summer. And then I went back previously this past October.
Yep.
And I worked there all the way till June. Those are a great group of guys down there. They're doing great things. It's a great restaurant, and he's such a talented chef that I love working with him. I love learning from him every single day.
Yeah.
All the guys are there. So, it's an amazing experience I have going on.
Yeah, and it's great to see, someone like you, Chenz. You're such a nice guy. You're such a good person.
So are you, Terrence.
Oh, thank you. But not to sidetrack the whole situation, but I think this is a story that deserves to be told on the air.
Oh, no.
On the
podcast.
On the podcast. This is going back to our days in high school, right?
Jeez.
We were just telling this story.
Oh, we were. Yup.
Exactly.
I think you should tell it.
You think I should tell it?
Yeah, I really think you should tell it.
All right. So, for those who don't know, I spent my senior year of high school playing lacrosse. Never played before in my life. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life, playing with a lot of the guys that I got to grow up with, play a sport that they had loved so much. I think we had, 19 guys. How many guys were in our senior class?
We had 22 graduating, didn't we?
Yeah, 22 graduating seniors.
We lost about all the team after that.
Exactly. I think maybe 15 of them went on to play college lacrosse in some capacity.
Yeah, and I went to a culinary school.
Yeah, you went to a culinary school.
They're out here. They're like, so and so going to Auburn, so and so here. Vincenzo Digristina, Culinary Institute of America. I'm coming up. I think Dave Archer, our JV coach, comes. He announces it and he goes, he's gonna perfect the recipe for tomato pie.
Yeah. No, and that was a great experience for the both of us, and
all that. A great year.
Right.
Great year.
But let's go back to one specific practice, okay?
I think you know that.
I'm a pretty chill guy for the most part.
I have never seen you mad.
You've never seen me mad.
Except once. Except once.
Okay. I'm very competitive. I'm extremely competitive.
Really?
In case you didn't know. So we're playing in practice one day. Chenz plays attack. I was playing defense. We were matched up against each other in a drill or something like that.
I hated to do that.
Yeah, and I'm playing my ass off, man. I'm working this kid. Trying to get the ball out of him. I forget what it's called. What is it called when you knock the ball out of his
strip?
I was checking him. Yeah,
slapjack.
I was checking the mess out of this kid. That's all I pretty much knew how to do.
Couldn't get the ball out.
It's just whatever. You've been playing lacrosse your whole life, okay? I'm hitting him, man, as hard as I can.
Keep in mind we were going for a while too. It wasn't just a quick move and I was gone. He was guarding me pretty well. It was a matchup.
Yeah, it was a matchup. It was going for a while. And then at the last second, you flick it in, and you score, right?
It was a nice shot.
It was a nice shot, and I couldn't take it. I wasn't happy, man. I'm like, I just worked so hard. I thought I had him, man. He shouldn't have scored. So as any rational person would do, I took my stick, my long 6-foot pole. And I slam it on the ground. And, I hadn't slammed it that hard, but normally when you bounce your stick on the ground, it bounces right back up to you. It snapped in half.
Terrence, wasn't that my deep hole?
No, so okay.
I thought I gave you one, and I think you snapped it.
No. The one I snapped was my original pole.
Oh, and then I gave you another one because you snapped it. I felt bad.
Right.
I'm walking away. My back's turned. I'm walking. All of a sudden, I hear a big crack, and I turn around. I just see Terrence on the follow through, just going down on it.
Yeah. No, I had snapped my stick in half, and our coach, who had been around the game of lacrosse for ages, he said he'd never seen anything like that before. And I stood on the sideline the rest of practice, holding my sticks at that point.
It was just that. It was just the stick. The head was gone.
Well, yeah, the little piece of the head, and I had like a 4 feet of the pole that were left. And you were a nice guy. You said, "Oh, I got a bunch of poles at my house.
Yep.
You could take one of mine." And
I felt bad. I really
right. Yeah, you felt
like,
bad.
oh my God, he just broke his only stick. I got to get him a new one.
Exactly. So I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Oh my God.
But I wouldn't recommend anyone try that. That's a very expensive that was a very expensive mistake by me. I let my emotions get the best of me. I'm a better person now. I'm a changed man.
It was like a 2-second rage from you.
Yeah.
Like, snapped it, got so mad, and then immediately dropped back down.
Right.
And, like, normal. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Sometimes
I was scared.
Yeah. It takes over me. It takes over me sometimes, but,
I know. It happens to the best of us.
Right.
And that's why we keep playing.
Yes. At the end of the day, we're all competitive guys. We all just want to win. Okay? That's the number one objective, but I didn't win.
As much as I love lacrosse, I think the hardest sport I've ever played is golf.
Golf, really?
Golf.
Interesting.
It is a tough sport, and some of the guys that are around here could agree. I am not the best player, but I'm trying to be.
Okay.
I work hard for every shot.
Matthew says you work hard, man.
I try.
That's
those practice swings go a long way.
He's like Giannis at the free throw. I love that. Hey, man. Hey, that man scored 50 points in an elimination game in the NBA Finals, man. I will not tolerate any Giannis slander on here, man. That's
a lot of different things.
I can tip my hat to him, man. And
He's a great player.
Yes. And I respect the fact that you acknowledge that, lacrosse isn't my best sport, man. And the fact that you can acknowledge the fact that golf isn't your best sport just
Terrence, we
takes a big man.
We tried to get you to play all junior year.
You did. You guys,
even the coaches were like, Terrence, you should just play for a year. Why not?
Yeah. You guys were trying to get me to play since like second grade.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get you until senior year.
Right. True.
I still remember you went all the way, and you didn't.
Oh, right.
Remember you went
my first scrimmage ever.
All the way down the field.
Yes, bro.
Dodged every single person. The sideline were raging.
Yeah, you guys were going
excited
off
for you.
Yeah. Okay, so
we were all mad.
Yeah, the way things happened was my basketball season ran late, so I missed like the first 2 weeks of practice. And this was our first scrimmage of the year. They throw me in at the end of the game. We're up by like 30 points. We were that team. We were that team in high school. We were up by like
we were a great
30
team.
goals, man. We had shout out to Ryan Archer. He's freaking killing it. Shout out to Pat Murad. He's freaking killing it.
Shout out to
Griffin
Bennett
Cook, all them.
Back over
yes,
here.
Of course. Shout out to all of our lacrosse guys back in high school, man. You guys were amazing. And you guys won every game, so I was very happy, standing on the sideline cheering for you guys every game. But that one time, my first time ever, I remember I got like an outlet pass. Is that what it's called? Did you call it an outlet in lacrosse?
Ben, I think you were the one that tossed him it.
If I slung it to you.
Yeah, I dropped it, right? I dropped the pass to me, but I pick it up, and I was fast enough. I ran past everybody, and which is crazy in lacrosse, like that you guys know, like when a defender takes the ball across half court, you guys
half court
midfield. When a defender takes the ball past midfield, one guy has to stay back. So I was surprised that the guy stayed back. I was like, dang. Like,
I think you hesitated too.
Right, I hesitated because I'm like, I'm about to cross the line, and I just booked it, man. And then I made it all the way to I was right on the doorstep, man, about to shoot it, and I'm like, I've only been playing this sport for 2 weeks. I don't know how to shoot. So I'm just
You passed it to the other.
well, no, like he checked it out of me, and at the last second, like right before I was about to do my sloppy attempt at a shot, like he checked it out of my stick. I let the team down, man. I could have.
We were all so prepared to run on the field.
I know.
As soon as you made that shot.
I know. I miss my chance, but it happens, and it happens to the best of us.
It
but
does.
it was a great experience playing.
I
that
loved
sport.
every second of it.
Loved it so much. Yeah. But now let's get into.
We're sidetracking a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Let's get into the main reason why we're here. Let's get into talking about your family business, man.
Yeah.
Like I've said throughout this podcast, is that I'm your biggest fan. Okay.
I love that.
I love everything you guys do. I love your thing. I love
my thing?
I love your thing,
It's
man.
good to hear, man.
It's the best thing.
Got the thing coming. Big things coming soon.
Right, absolutely. And let's take this time to promote the New York State Fair.
Yeah.
This year, New York State Fair, Syracuse, New York. Please, everyone, do your absolute best to try to get out there and support my friend.
Please do.
My other friends who are also going to be working with him as well. Best food truck, best food in upstate New York, right here, is made by this company and this man. It's a Utica thing. You guys make the best food ever. Talk to me about what it's been like, because I know you've been spearheading it. It's been your dad's thing, but he's sort of just he's literally handed you the keys, and you've been running this operation for past few months, if not the past year.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been working with my dad all my life. He's taught me so many things. It's unbelievable. Obviously, like I said before, we started this food truck, I want to say like 2016 we started it. Crazy. At first it was this little small thing that we were like, oh, why did we even do this? What are we doing? And it became what it was. And obviously with COVID and everything like that, the last summer was a little difficult, but we were managing to actually go out to neighborhoods, big neighborhoods that, who just had nothing to do, and we were looking for, a great time. And we pull up with the food truck to just, a house that reaches out to us, and we serve the whole neighborhood. And that's what we've been doing since everything, like last year with the fair being shut down and all these events. We had to find a way to be able to still serve, So we did that for a while, and he taught me, I worked with him side by side. A lot of these guys in the room here worked with us too. I would recruit my friends to drive into Utica and make greens, make riggies, make flat crust, and it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's a lot of time. But no, we worked hard last year, and obviously this year with everything open up, we're busier than ever. It's been going great. He's been teaching me the ropes a lot, but obviously with everything that's going on, he's busy at, running the restaurants too still. So, he just literally tossed me the keys and said, all right, you create the staff, I'll book the events, we book the events together, and you just go. So obviously I recruited my friends again, naturally, and, we've just been running it all summer. We've been doing the neighborhoods, we've been doing the Syracuse Food Truck Association. They put on a lot of great events. Shopping Town Mall, they do a big event in Great Northern Mall. We do, food truck frenzies, local breweries and everything like that. And they're busy. A lot of people are coming out. So, we're happy to get all these people out. We're happy to be, serving people once again.
Yeah, Blues Fest, Fremont Fridays.
National, all that stuff. We've been so busy this year with events going on. And, I have a great group of friends that were able to come out and help me this year. So I really appreciate that. But no, the fair is going to be very busy for us this year, Yeah. It's terrible that a lot of people, with what's going on with COVID and everything, I know, there's vendors that did drop out.
Yeah.
And I wish they didn't, I wish they were able to do it just because of staffing issues and stuff like that. But, I'm glad to have a good group of people around me that, are able to put the time in right now with everything that they're going through and everything that's going on with them. So, we're happy to have a lot of people coming out to work the fair with us. We're doing a little bit of expanding with the food truck. We're now going to be at the fair serving beer as well from our other.
Oh, exclusive information.
It's exclusive information, Terrence.
Yeah.
Utica clubs and Saranac lagers all around.
Okay.
We're gonna be doing a big thing. We're excited for it. We're really excited for it. The fair's not too far ahead.
No,
so,
a couple weeks, right?
Not even.
Oh, not even. Okay. Wow. So it's coming up. This will probably be up
next Friday. Next Friday's the fair.
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
Shout out to Siri.
Sorry, man, I didn't come and guess.
Yeah. No. So, okay. You mentioned how you got the Utica clubs coming. Yep. You got the Saranac lagers. I want to hear about the food, Chenz. Okay. We mentioned your thing. Okay. Talk to me. Let's talk about some of the food that is unique to upstate New York and Utica, especially, such as like the Utica Greens, the tomato pie, the chicken riggies. Those are like staples. I say that
they're staples,
right? I say that downstate. Like I go to Poughkeepsie and I mention chicken riggies, and people look at me like I'm a crazy man,
Exactly.
But then you come to Syracuse, you ask a Syracusean what their favorite pasta dishes, they'll be like, oh, chicken riggies, easy. So explain to me how Utica has helped create like a shift in Italian culture up here, in Italian food, and talk to me about that. Like, let explain what a tomato pie is, what Utica greens are, and what chicken riggies are.
All right, what do you want to hear first?
I want to hear all of it, man. I love all of them.
Right.
I love it all.
We'll start with the greens. So what we do with the greens is it's a boiled down escarole. It's a boiled down escarole. We saute prosciutto, salami. Wow, that's a party foul.
Yeah, big time party foul.
It's a Saturday Night Live. Start it over.
Yeah, let's just restart the whole entire podcast from jump. Patrick. Oh.
I mean, that was on me.
It's okay.
He's still gonna drink out of it. Lovely.
Gotta finish it. So, sorry. We got a little sidetracked.
Yeah, we did get sidetracked. You're talking about the escarole and the Utica Greens.
So, Utica Greens is, we chop up all the escarole. We boil it down. We saute prosciutto, salami, hot cherry peppers, onions. It's a whole thing. Hot cherry peppers, onions. And then we finish it with a breadcrumb oregano mixture. So breadcrumb, grated cheese, you mix it in. Yeah.
They're pretty spicy. My mom likes them.
Personally, I like them spicier.
Yeah.
Other people like them more on the mild side. That's all preference. And the thing about the Utica Greens is, you go to Utica, you go to one restaurant, they do greens this way. You go to another restaurant, they do greens this way. And it's a whole thing. Whose greens are the best?
Yeah.
There's amazing restaurants there, and they're just great. I can't say anything bad about them. We try to make great greens.
Yeah.
We try to really make sure they're up to our standards. We have, a great guy there. His name's Al. He's like the head of greens.
Shout out Al.
This guy's the head of that. So, those are the greens. Those are, I'm a big fan of them. So the chicken riggies. Riggies, obviously, we're talking about rigatoni pasta.
Yep.
For anyone that doesn't know. So what we do with our riggies, it's a sherry marinade sauce. Marinade. Marinara marinade.
Okay.
There's chicken, sweet peppers, hot peppers, onions, butter, oil. We mix that all in, boil it down, add the pasta right in, grated cheese.
Beautiful.
Those are more on the mild side.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, I like them a little.
You like them? Okay.
The tomato pie. The tomato pie is.
That's probably my favorite Utica dish. Is like a plain piece of tomato pie. You can't go wrong.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Really?
Really? Okay.
Really. So the thing with tomato pie that not many people know is
I like it room temperature.
And that's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
So tomato pie is supposed to be served room temperature, if not cold.
Right.
That's how it's always been.
I like it. That tastes best.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that too. A lot of people like it hot. A lot of people like it cold. A lot of people like it the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a whole preference. But, we do our homemade crust. it's a bit of a thicker crust than you expect in like a Neapolitan pizza or anything
Right.
like that. A little bit of a thicker crust. We use our marinade sauce that we do on top of it, and then instead of like a melted mozzarella that you see in on pizzas and everything,
Yeah.
it's just a nice sharp grated pecorino romano cheese that we put right on top, and that's all you need. A little bit of basil too, and that is honestly the best snack ever.
Yeah.
Snack meal.
No.
You put a little greens on top of the tomato pie. You eat it like that. It's amazing.
Okay, that's great. Now let's talk about your thing.
My thing.
Your thing.
Oh my God.
Are we allowed to talk about your thing? Like, are you
talk about
allowed?
my thing.
Are you allowed to explain what your thing is? Or we?
Express my thing.
Oh, you can express.
I'm gonna express what it is.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about your thing and what goes into your thing, because your thing is amazing.
Thank you, Terrence.
Yes,
You
yes.
know,
I can't wait to get my hands on your thing at the New York State Fair, man, in front of everybody, so everyone
I
can
work-
see.
I work hard to make sure my thing is perfect for every person.
Tell the people what the thing is.
Yeah, tell
so
the
for
folks
anyone
what
that's
the
very
thing is.
confused about what we're talking about, a thing is a sandwich that we have on the food truck, and it's my buddy over here.
Who
is
came
pointing-
up with it?
My buddy over here is pointing at it. Shout
I'm
out,
gonna get my thing. That I created.
you created it. So I'm gonna give a big shout out to Matt Capoletti over in the corner. He is one of the few that helped design the thing.
That doesn't surprise me. You know, I've known this kid since I was 4 years old, and he has had the biggest appetite I've ever seen out of everyone in my
big
entire
appetite.
life.
The adult menu at your birthday party for yourself.
Exactly. Exactly.
So our thing is it's a tomato pie sandwich.
Okay.
So bottom is tomato pie, then we do the Utica Greens, then we do a little bit of chicken riggies, and then we melt mozzarella in there. We toss it in the oven, melt it down, and then another piece of tomato pie goes on top. It's a big thing.
My goodness, yeah.
It's a big thing.
Right. That's why you say you need two hands for it. You
You
hands
need
for
two
your
hands
thing.
for that thing.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Right. And you guys made shirts about it. You've
Yeah.
been posted on social media. You know,
Yeah.
the message has been kind of cryptic in my you guys are just talking about each other's things. Like, it's just
It's all fun and jokes, you
Yeah.
know, but really the thing is a great sandwich. Everyone wants to try our thing. It's it's the hot take of the truck.
right.
Everyone
No,
wants a piece of our thing. Everyone wants a piece of our thing.
Right. No, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to try it.
Please do. We'll
At
be right at the fair.
Absolutely. At
Serving
the-
them, slinging them out at the fair.
Right. At the New York State Fair this year. I'm so looking forward to it. But what about Utica, or what do you guys call yourselves? See, there's so many different names. I don't know how to
There is.
address you. I don't know how
It's a
to
Utica
address
thing.
you.
It's a Utica thing. we
It's a
can say.
Utica thing.
I'd say
Okay,
it's a
that's
Utica thing.
that's just the overall.
It's a Utica thing is the overall food truck, sauce company,
Okay.
all of the above.
Right. Okay. So you guys also sell sauces, and so I want to help promote your product, man. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit here. Okay. I've seen your stuff in Wegmans here in Syracuse, and I've even seen your stuff in Price Chopper in
Yep.
Poughkeepsie. Like, talk about what else what your brand is. You know what I mean? You guys, not only do you have the food truck, you got the multiple restaurants all throughout upstate New York, but you also do what would you call it? You sell them in the stores?
Yeah. We ship them out.
Yeah.
You know, we ship them out to Wegmans. We ship them out to Price Chopper, and we sell them to the public that way. You know?
Right.
We
Where can they get? Where can they get them? Is it just Wegmans and Price Chopper? or-
No. So we do also a lot of independent stores, a lot
Okay.
of small mom and pop stores
Right.
that open up. Small little grocery stores all around. All the way from Old Forge all the way down in Poughkeepsie. They sell them there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
We're all over, and obviously we're trying to get bigger and bigger as we go. So, we never thought we'd be bottling. As an Italian, we never thought we'd be bottling jars of sauce and selling them. I don't think I ever had a jarred sauce as a kid.
That's
It
great.
was
Yeah.
you walk
You always
downstairs.
make it,
you walk
yeah.
downstairs on a Sunday morning. You smell the garlic.
Yeah.
You smell the onions. You saw. You
Who,
smell it all.
who used to do it? Was it your dad or grandma, or who does
it's
the
a little-
sauce? Who does the sauce?
The sauce. No. So, we always did Sunday dinners at my grandmother's growing up. So, we'd walk in, my grandmother would be making the sauce. When we're back here, my mom makes the sauce. My mom's mom makes the sauce. Everyone makes the sauce.
Everyone makes the sauce.
So, we never thought we'd be bottling and selling them.
Yeah.
And this idea was crazy because, we had to go through so much to just get the right recipe. We really did. I mean, we went through a lot of test samples because we wanted to make sure that people who buy these sauces, we want it to be more than just a jarred sauce. We want it to be like you're making a Sunday sauce, and you put our jar and you boil it and everything, and it tastes just like you'd make it on a Sunday.
Right.
We had high expectations for these sauces. So really, we're grateful they came out this way. We're grateful that where they are right now. We started out independent stores, around the area that we could find, just pitching our idea. We weren't doing anything right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we started out, and then, our first big pickup was Price Chopper. I went right in for the meeting, too, and we got Price Chopper stores, and we were grateful. It was our first big brand store.
Absolutely.
So then from there, we grew. We grew and fast, too. We were hitting all stores. Then we went after Wegmans, and Wegmans was a big thing.
Right.
Yeah.
No, Wegmans is huge, and if anyone knows who's from upstate New York, like Wegmans is the store.
Yeah.
It's the place to be, and it's the best grocery store / supermarket / whatever you want to call it, restaurant, whatever you want to call Wegmans.
Yeah.
There's no specific name for it. Exactly.
Yeah. So when I talk about these sauces, it's not just the marinade we sell. We sell them all.
Right.
We have our chicken riggy, we have our marinade, we have our roasted garlic riggy, we have our vodka riggy.
Oh, that's probably the best.
And now we're doing a pizza sauce too.
Oh, okay.
Pizza sauce. So
more exclusive information.
More exclusive information. So yeah, no, those all of them are incredible. On the back of the jars, there's a whole recipe on what you should do. We made videos about it on YouTube and stuff like that. And it also tells a story on the back of the bottle. I mean, my dad grew up on a farm. We were still running the farm. I was working the farm with my grandmother over the summers.
Oh my gosh.
We tell the story of my grandfather on the farm, and we joke about it, but we say it's in the dirt we farm. And it's honestly such a true saying, because everything that goes into that bottle jars comes exactly from where the dirt. We make sure everything is so fresh there. We make sure it's all perfect. And it's a whole story we tell, from the farm to the produce stands to, the first pizzeria that, my family opened when my dad was 19, 20 years old.
My gosh. Yeah.
To where it's now.
Yeah.
It's a big family thing.
Right. It's a family thing. And that's probably one of the biggest takeaways that I can get from it, is that you guys have such a good, like, I've met your dad, great guy, met your mom, great guy.
My family's amazing.
Yeah.
I love them all.
I just realized what I said. I apologize. No, I met.
I love them all.
She's a saint. But, no, dude. I think that's probably one of the most rewarding things about working with your company and with your family is the fact that you guys are so tight knit. You could see the love. You could see how much you guys care about each other at all times. You could see how much you guys work really well together as well.
Yeah, we say it's a family thing.
Yeah.
And that's our big thing. It's not just a Utica thing. It's a family thing, too. And it's unbelievable because, we started, like I said, we started off, when I was, 10, even younger, farming. I'd work in the restaurants, 12, 13 years old.
Yeah.
Come back working the food trucks now to where our company is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's great working with my family. We get along so well. We're able to do things, the state fairs, bringing on the food truck, promoting our brand, and it's incredible because it's such a close family. My dad's so involved. My brothers want to be more involved.
Right.
Everyone is getting into this company, and it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Because where it can grow and where, we can do family restaurants and everything like that, it's
Yeah.
Say anything bad.
And the sky's the limit for you guys. You know, I want to see you do well. I want to see you achieve everything you've set out to do.
We're trying
Absolutely. And you know, as long as you remember me when you make it big and go Hollywood, you know, I know that's the joke.
There'll be a seat. Whatever restaurant comes, there'll be a marked seat. Terrence Echols.
That's all I needed to hear. That's all I needed to hear.
We get a special menu of Fiorini wings coming your way.
Oh my gosh. That's all.
That's all you need.
I'm sold. I'm sold at this point, you know, and that's great to hear. That's great to see. So, what's next in your career? And well, you don't have to tell me what's next in your career, but like, what do you hope to achieve? Like, what are you going to achieve? Like, let's do some manifestations right now. Let's speak some things into existence. Like, what's the goal here?
You know, I've said this for a while. You know, my goal is to have my own restaurant.
Yeah.
You know, no matter if it's with my family, which, you know, there's a great possibility it will be, you know, just to have my own restaurant that I can run, that's kind of a dream for mine for a while, being able to create my food and serve it to people. It's, you know, not many people understand the, you know, privilege it is to be able to, you know, say, like, that's my dish. I made that.
Yeah.
That's hand tossed and everything.
That's huge,
going
yeah.
to someone, you know. So, you know, obviously that's a big dream of mine one day doing that. I mean, I'm only 22 years old,
Yeah.
so I mean, right now it's just experience as much as I can, you know, going to all these places, you know, working alongside all these chefs that I've met over the years, you know, gaining all of that knowledge, gaining all of that exposure to all of it, and then being able to come back and create something that's mine, honestly.
Yeah. No,
You know?
and that's amazing.
And obviously, you know, building the sauce brand, building the
Right.
Utica thing brand, you know,
Right.
it's I'm excited for it.
No, and I'm super excited for you to do that, you know,
Yeah.
and I just want, like, this has been amazing. This has been the best, arguably the best podcast we've had. This has been the best studio audience I've ever had on one of my podcasts.
We got
You know,
Jake Greenway, Matt
yeah.
Capilotti, Bennett Churko.
Yeah, shout out to the boys for, you know, sticking it out, sticking it through, being here with us today, and being such great sports in all of this. Thank you guys for helping me out with everything and going into this. And
we love
you know, this has been
Terrence,
a long
we love
time.
This. We love this.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming, man. You've been a great guest, Chenz.
Thank you.
I just want to point that out.
Thank you. We're building the hype for a while.
Absolutely. You know, and it's been worth it. You know,
This has been a talk since you were at Marist. Since I was in school.
Since I was like a sophomore, dude. I'm like, Chenz, come on my podcast. Come on my podcast. Come on my podcast. Yeah, you went Hollywood on me.
Oh
man,
Terrence.
this kid's
I
starting
stick to my
in,
roots.
He's starting in pasta sauce commercials. He's running his own food truck. He's gonna have his own restaurant.
Staying busy.
Yeah, he's just a man on a mission, and that's what I love to see in my friends. I see your ambition, I see your passion, and you're just an overall good kid, Chenz.
And these are the amazing things, Terrence, because, you know, you basically get to see what's going on with everyone when you do these podcasts.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do in their lives. And
Exactly.
everything. And, you know, having people around us watching right now, learning, you know, everything that's going on, talking about all this stuff. It's incredible to see where people can go.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for you, Terrence.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Big things are coming your way, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I'll try. You know me. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap this up, Chenz. Overall, anything else you'd like to say? Anything else you'd like to plug? Go to the state fair. I want everyone, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, please go to New York State Fair. Buy this man's food. Try this man's thing. For goodness sakes,
My
people.
thing is out of this world.
Try the thing. Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, we're I mean,
we gotta switch that out for an It's a Utica thing.
Exactly. No, this is a great shirt, but yeah, I feel like I'd look great in an It's a Utica
really
thing
would.
shirt. Yeah.
We got that. We got the hats. We got it all.
I can't do hats.
I
You got a
know.
visor? You got a visor somewhere?
I could find a visor for you.
Yeah.
I could find one.
Lovely, man. But you've been great to have on the podcast. It's been great to be here with the boys and everything like that. Yeah, and why don't you just plug your social media and whatnot you got going on?
My social media?
Yeah, or plug It's a Utica thing, whatever you want.
Yeah, so, you know, It's a Utica thing. We got Instagram and Facebook. at It's a Utica Thing.
Follow that.
I'll follow it. I'm always posting stuff on mine. V_Digristina. Matt Capoletti here is always posting stuff. He's always in my videos. It's me and him always. So just come support, man. Come support It's a Utica Thing. We'll be at the fair. We'll be all over the place. We're going to see what happens in the future.
Absolutely,
Big
man.
things could be coming.
Absolutely.
Just gotta
Big
get ready
things
for
for
it.
you, my brother. God bless you. God bless your family. Thank you to everyone for listening to this episode of the Echols Unlimited podcast. I believe this will be episode 43, man.
43, wow.
43.
Keep it
We made
rolling.
it.
Keep
Thank
it
you.
going.
Thank
Keep it
you, guys.
rolling.
Thank you, guys.
That's amazing.
I only got 1,500 to catch Joe Rogan.
There you go. You'll get there. You'll get there. Keep going.
1,500 more. We'll get there eventually.
We will.
Exactly. Hey, it's a
I'm
marathon.
excited to see that.
Yeah, it's a marathon, not a sprint, man. You know.
Everyone knows.
We know. We know. All right. This has been great. Thank you, Chenz. I've done this 4 times. I've tried to wrap it up 4 times.
I'm waiting for the end.
Let's just wrap it up, man.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.
Have a good night.